If it's someone you don't want to talk to, well, I mean, I guess he doesn't want to talk to you, but
like yeah,
I pick up on my mother.
Teens, like, he'll do it to, like, other people. And he'll, like, swipe them to the voicemail or whatever.
Right.
And then text them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll be like, I'm busy, what's up? I'm like, you're sitting on the couch.
You're not, well, I mean.
Talk.
We've all done that before, though.
I don't understand
like,
it.
Oh, don't want to talk to this person. Hey, I'm real busy. And you got your hand in your pants. I'm real busy right now. I can't answer the phone.
Hitting.
Yeah. I can't talk right now.
So, yep. But then, yeah, I guess maybe, like, so I have, like, a little, like, long blink is what I'll call it.
A long blink. That was a long blink.
I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And luckily, I, rallied enough to drive and to get here. I flew here.
You flew here.
I really did.
You did, yeah.
Ricky Bobbied here.
Yeah, I was
if
just
you're
like...
not first, you're last.
Because I drove the truck. I drove Molly. Was the name of my truck. And,
So that wasn't her truck out there.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a silver pickup out.
No, that's a
outside.
Tundra. I have a Ford.
Okay.
My dad was very much an American car person.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah. We were a Chevy family for the longest time. I don't know if y'all know about the Chevy Ford feud.
Well, Chevrolet, yeah, they've always had a feud with each other.
And I don't know, my dad, when he was in high school, they had like the two crowds. Like, you know how we had geeks and he's from Montana, and they had the Chevy and the Ford people.
I know exactly what you mean.
And he was a Chevy person for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And then Chevy did something to make him mad. I can't even I know it had something to do with like the Pontiacs.
Okay. Taking them away?
I don't really know.
'Cause they did take them away.
It was something. Chevy just really made him mad, like to the point that he got a Ford, and I was like, Dad, because my very first car was a Chevy Metro. Mm-hmm. Because it's brand new. I bought myself $500 down. This was like $19.99 when you could do that.
Right.
I paid for all of my stuff, pretty little cars like a jelly bean, and I was like, I need a new car because I was driving a Toyota at that time. It was a 1980 Toyota.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man, that car. Can I go on a rant about that car?
Go on a rant about this car because I want to know.
So
Toyotas hold together, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
it
they
ran.
do.
I will say it ran. Mm-hmm. But this is 1999, South Carolina. I had it in the summer. There was no air conditioning in the car.
Oh, God.
So you had to roll down the windows.
Yeah.
But, like, the metal in the car was always so hot.
Yeah.
That you would, like, clip yourself into the belt. Because one time I sat on that thing and just burned my whole thigh, the actual metal piece.
It's like Joe Pesci in Home Alone. You had, like, the outline on your hand.
It was
or on your leg.
my thigh, yeah.
And that was 1999.
Yeah.
Just think of 2022, 2023.
Exactly.
It was hot in that car. I'll tell you. And so I had to bring in, like, a wet rag to wipe the steering wheel on.
At this point, I would just get a new car.
Because, the steering wheel is always so hot.
Yeah.
Because this is South Carolina,
heat.
Yeah. And so you would just sit there and sweat on yourself. But because it was so hot, once you got out of the car, you're driving 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. And so the car had these faux white fuzzy seats in the front. And it was this metallic blue. The gas tank leaked.
Wow.
It had
I see now why you wanted a new car.
It was $200.
Yeah.
That's what I could afford at the time. My parents, they don't buy you cars. You buy your own. $200, I put it in.
Wait, this is the car you got?
Yeah, well, before I got the Chevy.
Oh, because before the Chevy.
Yeah.
This was 1999.
Yeah, so it only lasted I think 8 months because it was a $200.
Because it leaked gas mostly.
Gas.
Well, yeah, the gas then was 68 cents a gallon was the peak.
Yeah.
So I would
good
put
old days.
Yeah, I would just put money in it every day. I'd be like, because I was a waitress. So here's $3.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna keep it running. And then the radio didn't work. So I had a boombox in the back seat with them doubled this D batteries.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
Which now I feel so stupid because now I've learned the radios run it's a fuse. You just had to.
You just I
didn't, but you didn't have Google back then.
There was.
In
You
my
don't know.
defense.
You don't. No, YouTube and Google went around.
You didn't have. You couldn't just Google why isn't my radio work?
Yeah.
So the radio didn't work. It was there, but it didn't work.
Sure. Yeah, the best advice you had was, I don't know, put a boombox in the back seat.
Yeah, that was my
Where's my
solution.
D batteries? Yeah.
And if I didn't have a passenger, I'd go in the passenger seat.
Sure.
Move it back and forth.
Why not?
But the best part about the car was the passenger seat wouldn't stay sitting up. It would lie itself down. So I had a 2x4. Like you rested against the back of the back seat and the passenger
I wish you
seat
took pictures of this car.
to hold it up.
This car sounds great.
And like at one point I was driving you, like usually the little switcher thing is like you push it. It was on the side and then you pull down to go drive whatever. Well, that entire part fell off. And so it was just like this little knob that like you just push down to go back and forth. Again, I was not blessed with I had to buy my own cars. And so, unsurprisingly, I think to most people, one night I was driving home from the country first place I was a waitress at.
Yes.
And it's like 2 a.m. This is before I guess child labor laws really cared about things.
Yeah.
And I was like 17, and so I was driving home, and the car just broke down at a stop sign, like. Nothing was working. Nothing.
Not even the boombox D batteries?
Well, the boombox was working, but nothing else was working. Like I was like, what? And there was nobody on this road.
Yeah, that's a good thing though. That late at night.
Yeah, I guess to some extent. But so like, what I ended up doing is like I pushed it off to the side of the road by myself. It was like, you have your passion, and I just put as much as I could to the stop sign because I was like, I don't know what to do. It's like Flatland, South Carolina. I'm like,
yeah.
And so I had to walk home. It was about 2 miles.
Oh, jeez.
And so, because like no cell phones, I did get to
a payphone.
A payphone.
There it is.
And I put in the 35 cents. And
Back in the day.
Yeah. And so I called, and it rang, and it rang, and it rang, and then gosh darn it, the freaking like voicemail thing picked up. So it took my 35 cents, and that was the only change I had on me.
You mean the answering machine?
Well, it was, but it wasn't the one with the tape. It was literally like something you could buy with your split line.
Ooh, your parents got fancy.
They got. This is when we got the internets.
Dial up.
Yeah. So by the time I got home, because it was like 2, I got home about like 3:30ish. I know most people walk 2 miles faster, but I was like hiding in the woods.
Well, yeah.
No, like I was.
No,
walking.
You were coming off a shift too, so you're probably tired.
Well, I had all the money in my pockets.
Oh, jeez.
Because like I was a waitress.
Yeah.
And like, I had my purse, and like I was just like scared. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
17-year-old kid. So I was like walking in the tree line.
Normal people would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know, like if anybody's gonna stop, they're not going to be good people at 2 a.m. is what my mind was thinking. And my dad woke up at like 4 because he was in the Army at the time, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What am I doing?"
Did you want to know? Would you like to know my evening?
And I was like, "I walked home. I tried to call you. They had the voicemail, and I was like, you didn't pick up the phone because like." That was kind of my fault though, because like my friends would call late sometimes.
Right.
And they were probably like, "Oh, stupid friends." And so that day, my dad was like, "All right, I'll co-sign for you in a week, but you gotta get a Chevy." I was like,
Thanks.
"Why?" And he's like, "Your car broke down." He's like, I'll get you a Chevy." I was like, "All right." So I worked like doubles that whole week and got $500.
Nice.
In 1999, that's pretty good money.
That's good money. Yeah.
And I put it down on that car, drove off brand new, only owner, my little Metro. The radio worked, the passenger seat stayed up without a 2x4, the gas tank wasn't leaking. It was
like a brand new vehicle.
It was a great car. I kept that car until Adrian was born.
Wow.
Yeah, so until 2007.
That is very good.
And it ran good. The AC still ran. It was just
right up to the bitter end.
But it's a jelly bean, and so like it wasn't a very big car.
Sure.
And my husband's afraid wrecks and stuff and the baby in the back. So that's when we got the HHR, which I still have too.
You still have. Now that has to be a record. You've kept that one.
Yeah, that one's 15 years old because it's as old as Adrian.
Yeah.